What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today, as you guys can see on the test servers, we already have Lenya hitting the place. You can see right here, she's actually an A level as well. She is a rogue, and let's take a look at her actual skill set here. Well, I guess let's take a look at the fan servers first, because let's be honest, there's quite a bit of it from this hero. You can see right here, she's very flexible. She's got like the, I guess, martial arts type set. If you actually want to see her animations, I'll show those to you real quick because they're interesting to say the least. Kind of like a Chun-Li type thing for those of you guys who know what I'm talking about. So yeah, interesting. She got a couple different like poses here, the kicks and everything. Interesting. Again, she is a wilder, she's a rogue, she is an A level, which is maybe a positive, maybe a negative. Since the other A levels haven't hit the Dream Realm store, I don't know if this is a good thing or not. However, she is a melee hero. I don't know how impactful she's going to be for an overall account. First impressions, it felt like a Soren 2.0, where it's like you can find really good uses for this hero, but I don't know just yet. Let's start off with her main abilities. Tornado Strike is the first that has a passive and an active ability. The passive blocks a normal attack from her current target within one tile. She then retaliates and kicks the target, dealing damage and stunning them for 2 seconds. Kind of similar to, like, you know, Soren's ability. The effect can be triggered once every 6 seconds and makes her unaffected while active. That means she can't take control effects, she still takes damage. The active portion does this big whirlwind tornado, dealing damage 3 times to surrounding enemies, so pretty solid damage, whereas the control is on a single target. Her other ability, Flurry Kicks, increases her crit chance by 15, dealing critical damage with her normal attacks. She will immediately follow up with a Power Kick, dealing extra damage, and again, stunning for 1 second. So a lot of stun synergies and such. Her hero's focus gives her haste. Let's move on to her ultimate skill, Wild Duel. So, she will target the enemy who has dealt the highest cumulative damage and dash towards them. So, she has a movement ability. Again, kind of like how Soren moves to like where the biggest pack is, where she's going to move to whoever is the biggest threat on the battlefield. She delivers a flying kick that deals 200% damage and knocks them back in a straight line toward an open area. She then follows up with a second flying kick, dealing 200% damage before initiating a duel with that target, a one-on-one type duel. This duel will last 12 seconds, during which both Lenya and the enemy will prioritize attacking only each other. I'm sure if there's AoE abilities, they can still hit others, but any type of single target hits, it's almost like a taunt type effect. Lenya's flying kick can stun the enemy for 2 seconds and she gets unaffected again while she's doing her kicks. So a lot of damage. So there's not a lot to her kit. There's no true damage, so there's no real chance, I don't think, that she's going to be viable as a Dream Realm type hero, but we'll see. And then finally over here, Winning Resolve, her exclusive, Lenya unlocks her full potential once a duel begins. So again, that's part of that ultimate skill right there, increasing her crit damage boost by 55 and attack by 15% during that duel. While in full potential, her Flurry Kicks still delivers a super kick instead of a power kick. So just remember, that's the Flurry Kicks here that are doing a ton of kicks and everything. Each dealing 70% damage 8 times and stunning the enemy for 2 seconds. Again, feels very PvP oriented. If you do level it up to level 3, if Lenya deals more damage to her target than the target has dealt to her, by the end of the duel, she is considered the winner. Winning the duel increases the duration of her full potential by an additional 8 seconds. So not bad at all. Of course, the higher you take her exclusive up, the more crit damage and the more attack she gets. If you take her all the way to Supreme Plus, you're also reducing damage taken from enemies other than her target by 35%. So all other enemies on the battlefield that are not in her quote-unquote duel will deal significantly less damage to her. So first look is, again, I think it's really hard to not compare her to Soren because she stuns, she pushes back, and she does some AoE damage. All the same things that Soren did when he released. You can see here, this is only a 1 tile range on the Tornado Strike, a 12-second cooldown on it. Everything here is a 1 range type hit, so it's interesting. I don't know how impactful she's going to be able to be on the overall meta besides PvP. Like, I could see her maybe being in like some sort of special Lily May type PvP squad. And again, she is of course part of the Wilders, which we are starting to get a lot of, and she is coming in as an A level. So that actually puts her as the 7th A level. Man, we really need some Graveborn, and we definitely need, well, I guess Lightbearers do have a lot of A levels, don't they? It's just Graveborn that's really struggling when it comes to A levels, which is interesting. But I don't necessarily know where she fits in. Like, yeah, okay, you could say she has some synergies with Almas. She, of course, has some synergies with Aaron. But what AoE damage dealer doesn't have a synergy with those two heroes, especially when you have control effects, knockback effects, because all of these things here are just going to synergize with Almas's, like, extended duration. And I don't feel like this is a hero you absolutely need, which might be a good thing, because let's be honest, we literally just had Lily May, which turns out to be basically one of the best heroes in the game. We had Mikla, which is one of the most highly anticipated heroes. Is she absolutely necessarily? Not really. I would say if you get like a copy or two of Mikla in case you want to use her, that's fine. I do feel like this might be the first hero we skip, unless she's just absolutely broken in PvP, which, I mean, Tornado Strike has a 12-second cooldown. Her crit, I mean, if she has enough crit, especially in season with Magic Charms, if you can build her for crit as well, when she does crit damage, she immediately follows up with a power kick. It doesn't seem like there's any cooldown on this, so if you can get her crit chance extremely high, she can really, really control that enemy that she's dealing with. Well, actually, it says normal attacks. And I don't think that qualifies with something like Tornado Strikes. I think that's going to be her normal hits. We'll have to see, though, because if it is, then that's really, really cool. Has potential. Even the crit damage boost is good, because if she is going to be dealing high crit chance, have a high crit chance, the crit damage will be a really nice effect. Her ultimate is like decent. I just don't know how good this duel is going to be. Now, I imagine her and the boss are going to be going 1v1 in the duel too. So maybe, even though she doesn't do true damage, she has a potential. But she is also a physical damage dealer. So even early in the season, I don't know if she's going to be that impactful. So let me know what you guys think. That is my first impressions on her. We are maybe going to get her on our free-to-play account. Kind of tight on resources. I don't know if she's worth investing in, to be honest, even if I am like a Wilder type account. But to be honest, I really do think that we'll still build her up to Supreme Plus on our main account. It's just going to take some time until she releases on Global. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. We'll do a little bit of early game testing with her as well, and I'll see you guys next time.